Hello student. In previous lecture we solved some example from miscellaneous exercise of complex number. Today we are going to solve remaining examples. Next example is find modulus and argument of each of the complex number and express it in the polar form. First example is 8 plus 15i. So let z is equal to 8 plus 15i. On comparing with a plus z is equal to a plus ib, we have a is equal to 8 and b is equal to 15. Now modulus of z is equal to r is equal to under root of a square plus b square. This is the standard formula. Put the value of a and b here, we will get r is equal to 70. Now argument of z is denoted by theta, which is equal to tan inverse of b by a, which is equal to tan inverse of 15 by 8. Now polar form of complex number is z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Here r is 17. So therefore z is equal to 17 into cos theta plus I sin theta, where theta is equal to tan inverse of 15 by 8. Next example is 1 plus root 3 I upon 2. Now z is equal to, we will separate the denominator, 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 I. On comparing with z is equal to a plus ib, we have a is equal to 1 by 2 and b is equal to root 3 by 2. Therefore, modulus of complex number r is equal to under root of a square plus b square. Put the value of a is 1 by 2, b is root 3 by 2 here. We will get r is equal to 1. Argument theta is equal to tan inverse of b by, so which is equal to tan inverse of root 3 by 2 upon 1 by 2. 2 get cancelled, so we get tan inverse of root 3, and tan inverse root 3 is equal to pi by 3, because tan pi by 3 is root 3, so tan inverse root 3 is pi by 3. Now polar form of complex number z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. The value of r is 1 and the value of theta is pi by 3. Put here, we will get z is equal to cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. The next example is minus 1 minus I upon root 2. So we will separate the denominator again. Z is equal to minus 1 upon root 2 plus minus 1 upon root 2 I. Comparing with z is equal to a plus bi. Here a is equal to minus 1 upon root 2 and b is equal to minus 1 upon root 2. The modulus of z, r is equal to under root of a square plus b square. Put the value of a and b here, you will get r is equal to 1. Argument of complex number theta is equal to tan inverse of b by a, so which is equal to tan inverse of minus 1 upon root 2 upon minus 1 upon root 2. We observe that this theta lies in third quadrant because a is negative, b is negative, both coordinates are negative. The angle lies in third quadrant. Terminal arm of the angle lies in third quadrant, and in third quadrant we will take theta as theta is equal to pi plus tan inverse of 1. So how it is 1? So minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 get cancelled, so it is tan inverse 1, and we know that tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. So therefore theta is equal to pi plus pi by 4 is equal to 5 pi by 4. Now polar form of complex number z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Value of r is 1. Value of theta is 5 pi by 4. Therefore z is equal to cos 5 pi by 4 plus I sin 5 pi by 4. Now next example is 2i. So let z is equal to 2i. Here real part is 0, imaginary part is 2. So therefore a is equal to 0, b is equal to 2. Therefore modulus of complex number z is equal to r is equal to under root of a square plus b square, which is equal to under root of 0 square plus 2 square, which is equal to root of 4, which is equal to 2. And argument theta is equal to tan inverse of b by a, which is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 0, which is not defined. Tan inverse of not defined is pi by 2. Now polar form of complex number z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta, where r is equal to 2 and theta is equal to pi by 2. Put here, you will get z is equal to 2 into cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2 is required polar form of the complex number. Now, by using same procedure, you can find modulus argument and express it in the polar form of the given complex number is minus 3i, also 6 minus I, and next example is z is equal to minus 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 I. So you can do at home. So next seventh example is same wise third example. So minus 1 upon root 2 plus minus 1 upon root 2, instead of minus there should be plus. So same, repeat the same procedure. We'll find modulus, argument and express it in the polar form. Next example is show that z is equal to 5 upon 1 minus I into 2 minus I into 3 minus I is purely imaginary number. Purely imaginary means we have to show that its real part is 0. So therefore consider z is equal to, so we will multiply two bracket first, these two bracket first. So we have z is equal to 5 upon 2 minus I minus 2I plus I square into 3 minus I, keep as it is, put the value of I square is minus 1. So we have 5 upon 1 minus 3I into 3 minus I. Again the multiplication of these two brackets, we have 5 upon 3 minus I minus 9I plus 3I square. So put the value of I square as minus 1. So you will get 5 upon minus 10I. So 5 upon minus 10 is minus 1 by 2 into 1 by I. So we know that 1 by I is minus I. So minus 1 by 2 into minus I. So minus minus get cancelled, you will get I by 2. So z is equal to 0 plus I by 2. So this shows that the real part of z is equal to 0. Therefore z is purely imaginary number. Required proof. Now next example is find real number x and y such that x upon 1 plus 2i plus y upon 3 plus 2i is equal to 5 plus 6i upon minus 1 plus 8i. We have to find the value of x and y. So therefore given equation is as it is. Now we will cross multiplying these two terms. We have x into 3 plus 2i plus y into 1 plus 2i upon 1 plus 2i into 3 plus 2i. Now here we will multiply x inside the bracket, we will multiply y inside the bracket, and on the denominator it is multiplication of two complex number. So therefore we have 3x plus 2xi plus y plus 2yi upon 3 plus 2i plus 6i plus 4i square. Now putting the value of I square as minus 1, and on the numerator separating real and imaginary part, we have 3x plus y plus 2x plus 2y into I upon minus 1 plus 8i. So is equal to 5 plus 6i upon minus 1 plus 8i. On the both side denominator is same, it get cancelled. So we have 3x plus y plus 2x plus 2y into I is equal to 5 plus 6i. So again two complex numbers are equal, their real and imaginary parts are equal. So equating real and imaginary part, we will get 3x plus y is equal to 5 and 2x plus 2y is equal to 6. So we will get two simultaneous equation in x and y. On solving this equation, we will get x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. The next example is show that 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 I raised to 10 plus 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 I raised to 10 is equal to 0. Now firstly we will consider 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 I square. So simple, make the square a plus b bracket square like this, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Using that result you can make the square of this bracket, you will get 1 by 2 plus 2 into 1 by 2 I plus 1 by 2 I square. So value of I square is minus 1. So this plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 get cancelled. This 2 upon 2 get cancelled, only I is there. Similarly, we can find 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 I bracket square is equal to 1 upon 2 minus 2 into 1 by 2 I plus 1 by 2 I square. Value of I square is minus 1. This 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 get cancelled. So you get it is equal to minus I. Now considering this 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 I raised to 10 plus 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 I raised to 10. So this power 10 can be split as square raised to 5. So by using laws of indices, 2 into 5 is 10. So it is a temporary adjustment to put the value of 1 by 2 plus minus 1 upon root 2 I, 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 I square. That value is already found, that is I. Again 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 I square is minus I. Put that value, we will get I raised to 5 plus minus I raised to 5. Again we know that negative number has odd power, then its value is negative. So therefore I raised to 5 minus I raised to 5 get cancelled is equal to 0. Therefore 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 I raised to 10 plus 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 I raised to 10 is equal to 0. It is required proof. The next example is show that 1 plus I upon root 2 raised to 8 minus 1 minus I upon root 2 raised to 8 is equal to 2. So it is similar example of this type of example, only power it changes. So instead of 10 it is 8, instead of plus this should be minus, but nature is again same. If we separate the denominator, we get 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 I minus 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 I raised to 8. So you have to show this is equal to 2. Using same procedure, you can easily prove it is equal to do at home. Now next example is convert the complex number into polar form, also in exponential form. So first example, z is equal to 2 plus 6 root 3i upon 5 plus root 3i. Now again we know that there is division of two complex number. So we know that while we are making division, we have to multiply and divide by conjugate of denominator. The conjugate of denominator is 5 minus root 3i. We will multiply and dividing it. So again we observe that on the numerator it is multiplication of two brackets, and on the denominator is also multiplication of two brackets, but nature is of the form a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Using that formula, we will multiply on numerator as 10 minus 2 root 3i plus 30 root 3i minus 18i square upon 5 square minus root 3 square into I square. On simplifying, putting the value of I square is equal to minus 1, we will get 28 plus 28 root 3i upon 25 plus 3. 25 plus 3 is 28. Take outside 28 common and cancel it. You will get z is equal to 1 plus root 3i. So on comparing with z is equal to a plus ib, you will get a is equal to 1 and b is equal to root 3. Now we will find r and theta to convert it into the polar form. So r is modulus of complex number, which is equal to under root of a square plus b square. Put that value of a is 1 and b is root 3. We will get r is equal to 2. And theta is equal to tan inverse of b by a. So b is root 3, a is 1, so root 3 upon 1 is tan inverse of root 3. Tan inverse of root 3 is pi by 3. So you will get theta is equal to pi by 3. Now polar form of complex number is equal to z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. The value of r is 2, theta is pi by 3. Put here, you will get z is equal to 2 into cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. This is required polar form of the given complex number. Now exponential form of complex number is z is equal to r e raised to I theta. The value of r is 2, value of theta is pi by 3. Put here, you will get z is equal to 2 e raised to pi by 3 I is the required exponential form of the given complex number. Now next example is minus 6 plus root 2 I. So So z is equal to minus 6 plus root 2i comparing with a plus ib. So you'll get a is equal to minus 6 and b is equal to root 2. So you'll get r is equal to under root of a square plus b square, which is equal to, put the value of a is minus 6, b is root 2, you'll get root 38, r is equal to root 38. And theta is equal to tan inverse of b by a, so which is equal to tan inverse of minus root 2 by 6. And therefore, polar form of the complex number is z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So therefore, z is equal to under root of 38 cos theta plus I sin theta, where theta is equal to tan inverse of minus root 2 upon 6. Now, polar form of the complex number is z is equal to r e raised to I theta. So r is root 38. So we will get r z is equal to root 38 e raised to I theta, where theta is tan inverse of minus root 2 upon 6. Now next example is z is equal to minus 3 by 2 plus 3 root 3 upon 2i. So again repeat the same procedure, find r, find theta, express it in the polar form, then convert it into the exponential form. You can easily solve this example, do at home. Now next example is, if x plus iy is equal to a plus ib upon a minus ib, then prove that x square plus y square is equal to 1. Now let x plus iy is equal to a plus ib upon a minus ib. This is the division of two complex number. So we know that we will multiply and dividing by complex conjugate of denominator as a plus ib upon a plus ib. The simple on the numerator multiplication of two brackets and denominator is also multiplication of two brackets. So we will get a square plus 2abi plus I square b square upon a square minus I square b square. So now put the value of I square as minus 1. We will get a square minus b square plus 2abi upon a square plus b square. Now separating this denominator, we will get x plus iy is equal to a square minus b square upon a square plus b square plus 2ab upon a square plus b square into I. Now two complex numbers are equal, their real and imaginary parts are equal. So therefore, equating real and imaginary parts, the real part x is equal to this and imaginary part y is equal to. So we have x is equal to a square minus b square upon a square plus b square, and y is equal to 2ab upon a square plus b square. Now putting this value of x and y in LHS of this x square plus y square, you will get x square plus y square is equal to a minus b square, a square minus b square bracket square upon a square plus b square bracket square plus 2ab square is 4a square plus a square b square upon a square plus b square bracket square. Now observe that, so for this term, two terms, denominator is same, we will add the numerator only. So we will get a square minus b square bracket square plus 4a square b square upon a square plus b square bracket square. Now making the square of this bracket, we will get a raised to 4 minus 2a square b square plus b raised to 4 plus this 4a square b square keep as it is upon a square plus b square bracket square. Now minus 2a square b square plus 4a square b square become plus 2a square b square. So a raised to 4 plus 2a square b square plus b raised to 4 upon a square plus b square bracket square. Now nature of the numerator is a square plus b square bracket square. So therefore a square plus b square bracket square upon a square plus b square bracket square, both term get cancelled, so you get 1. Therefore x square plus y square is equal to 1 is required proof. Now next example is, show that z is equal to minus 1 plus root of minus 3 upon 2 raised to 3 is a rational number. Now consider z is equal to, so we know that a upon b bracket cube is a cube upon b cube, so 2 cube is 8, so minus 1 plus root 3i cube. So we will making this cube as a plus b bracket cube is equal to a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Using that formula, we have 1 by 8. This 1 by 8 take outside, making cube of this minus 1 plus root 3i. So you have simplifying, putting the value of I square as minus 1, you get z is equal to 8 upon 8 is equal to 1. Now z is equal to 1 is nothing but rational number. 1 is rational number. This shows that z is equal to minus 1 plus root of minus 3 upon 2 bracket cube is rational number. Now next example is simplify. First is I raised to 238 plus I raised to 236 plus I raised to 234 plus I raised to 232 plus I raised to 230 upon I raised to 228 plus I raised to 226 plus I raised to 224 plus I raised to 222 plus I raised to 220. Now consider z is equal to this bracket. So given equation, now take out the lowest power of I from the numerator, that is I raised to 230 outside common, and lowest power of I from the denominator, that is I raised to 220 take outside common. So you will get I raised to 230 into I raised to 8 plus I raised to 6 plus I raised to 4 plus I square plus 1 upon I raised to 220 take outside, then we will get I raised to 220 into I raised to 8 I raised to 6 plus I raised to 4 plus I square plus 1. These two brackets get cancelled. Using laws of indices, I raised to 230 upon I raised to 220 become I raised to 10. We will split this I raised to 10 power 10 in the form of I square raised to 5, because we know that I square is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 raised to 5. We know that negative number has odd power, then its value is negative, therefore it is equal to minus 1. So therefore z is equal to minus 1. So the value of this equation is minus 1. Our next example is I raised to 29 plus I raised to 39 plus I raised to 49 upon I raised to 30 plus I raised to 40 plus I raised to 50. So on the similar manner as previous example, we'll take lowest power of I from numerator, that is I raised to 29, and lowest power of the from the denominator of I raised to, that is I raised to 30 common from the denominator. So we get I raised to 29 into 1 plus I raised to 10 plus I raised to 20, and on the denominator I raised to 30 take outside. So we will get I raised to 30 into 1 plus I raised to 10 plus I raised to 20. So these two brackets get cancelled. So we using laws of indices, I raised to 29 upon I raised to 30 become 1 upon I. So we know that 1 upon I is minus I. Therefore z is equal to minus I is required answer. Now next example is I raised to 65 plus I raised to plus 1 upon I raised to 145. Now I raised to 65, z is equal to I raised to 65 plus 1 upon I raised to 145. So this power of I can be split as I square raised to something, and this I raised to 145 can be splitting as I square raised to 72 into I. So we have I square is equal to minus 1. Putting that value, you will get minus 1 raised to 32 into I plus 1 upon minus 1 raised to 72 into I. So as we know that negative number have even power, then its value is positive. So both are negative number and its power are even. So its value is positive. So we get I plus 1 upon I. So again we know that 1 upon I is what? Minus I. So we will get I minus I is equal to 0. So therefore value of this quantity is equal to 0. The next example is simplify 1 upon 1 minus 2i plus 3 upon 1 plus I into 3 plus 4i upon 2 minus 4i. Now for first bracket we will simply cross multiplying. We will get 1 into 1 plus I plus 3 into 1 minus 2i upon 1 minus 2i into 1 plus I, and we will keeping this second bracket as it is. On the numerator it is addition. Before adding we multiply 3 inside the bracket, and on the denominator it is multiplication of two brackets, so we will multiply it. So we will get 1 plus I plus 3 minus 6I upon 1 minus 2I into 1 plus I into 3 plus 4I upon 2 minus 4I. So we will get 4 minus 5I upon 1 plus I minus 2I square. Put the value of I square is minus 1. We will get 4 minus 5I upon 3 minus I into 3 plus 2I upon 2 minus 4I. Again we observe that on the numerator it is multiplication of two brackets, and on the denominator again multiplication of two brackets. So if we will multiply it. So we will get 12 plus 16I plus 15I minus 20I square upon 6 minus 12I minus 2I plus 4I square. Now put the value of I square as minus 1, we will get 32 plus I upon 2 minus 14I. So again it is division of two complex number. So we cross multiplying by we multiplying dividing by conjugate of this denominator as 2 plus 14I upon 2 plus 14I. So again multiply these two bracket and multiply these two bracket, but nature of the denominator is a minus b into a plus b. Like this, using this formula we get a square minus b square. So we multiply numerator, we get 64 plus 448I plus 2I plus 14I square upon 2 square minus 14 square into I square. Simplifying, we will get z is equal to 50 upon 200 plus 450 upon 200 I. Therefore z is equal to 1 by 4 plus 9 by 4 I. Now next example is, if alpha and beta are complex cube root of unity, then prove that 1 minus alpha 1 minus beta into 1 minus alpha square into 1 minus beta square is equal to 9. So as alpha and beta are complex cube root of unity, we have alpha cube is equal to 1, beta cube is equal to 1, alpha square is equal to beta, beta square is equal to alpha. Also 1 plus alpha square is equal to 0. So we will consider LHS 1 minus alpha 1 minus beta into 1 minus alpha square into 1 minus beta square. We are going to put the value of beta as alpha square and beta square as alpha. Here we will get 1 minus alpha into 1 minus alpha square, since beta is equal to alpha square, and 1 minus alpha square keep as it is. We will put the beta square as alpha is to 1 minus alpha. So again 1 minus alpha into 1 minus alpha is 1 minus alpha square. 1 minus alpha square into 1 minus alpha square is 1 minus alpha bracket square. Making square both side, you will get making squaring these two terms, we will get 1 minus alpha square minus 2 alpha into 1 minus 2 alpha square plus alpha raised to 4. This 1 minus alpha square, 1 plus alpha square, the value of 1 plus alpha square using this equation is minus alpha. Put here 1 plus alpha square as minus alpha, and we'll splitting this alpha raised to 4 as alpha cube into alpha. So this alpha cube is 1, so putting that value as 1, we'll get minus alpha minus 2 alpha is minus 3 alpha. So alpha cube is 1, we'll taking together 1 and alpha, so we'll get 1 plus alpha minus 2 alpha square. Again we know that 1 plus alpha is minus alpha square, so putting that value is minus 3 alpha as it is. 1 plus alpha, instead of that minus alpha square, minus 2 alpha square keep as it is. Minus alpha square minus 2 alpha square will get minus 3 alpha square. So minus 3 alpha into minus 3 alpha square is 9 alpha cube. The value of alpha cube is 1, so you will get is equal to 9. Hence 1 minus alpha into 1 minus beta into 1 minus alpha square into 1 minus beta square is equal to 9 is required proof. Next example is, if omega is complex cube root of unity, then prove that 1 minus omega plus omega square raised to 6 plus 1 plus omega minus omega square raised to 6 is equal to 128. And since omega is complex cube root of unity, Similar as previous one. So therefore we have omega cube is equal to 1 and 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. Now consider this LHS 1 minus omega plus omega square raised to 6 plus 1 plus omega minus omega square raised to 6. We will keep together as 1 plus omega square and 1 plus omega for putting the value of 1 plus omega square as minus omega and 1 plus omega as minus omega square using this equation. Putting that value 1 plus omega square as minus omega here, this minus omega keep as it is raised to 6. 1 plus omega is minus omega square, put that value here, minus omega square keep as it is raised to 6. Minus omega minus 2 omega raised to 6. Minus omega square raised is minus 2 omega square raised to 6. So minus 2 raised to 6 into omega raised to 6 plus minus 2 raised to 6 into omega raised to 12. So minus 2 raised to 6 take outside, you will get omega raised to 6 plus omega raised to 12. Now splitting this omega raised to 6 as omega cube square and omega raised to 12 as omega cube raised to 4. So we know the value of omega cube is equal to 1. Put that value, you will get 1 square plus 1 raised to 4. It will be 64 into 1 plus 1 is 2. 64 into 2 is 128. Hence, 1 minus omega square raised plus omega square raised to 6 plus 1 plus omega minus omega square raised to 6 is 128. Required proof. Now, if omega is cube root of unity, then find the value of minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 raised to 18 plus minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2 raised to 18. Now we will consider as minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 cube. We will find first cube of this quantity. So we know that a upon b bracket cube is a cube upon b cube, and making cube on the of the numerator using a plus b bracket cube as a square plus 3ab square plus 3a square b plus b cube. Using that formula, putting the value of I square as minus 1, simplifying, you will get minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 bracket cube is equal to 1. Similarly, minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2 bracket cube is making cube a plus b, a minus b bracket cube is a cube minus 3a square b minus 3a b square minus b cube. Using this formula, we will make the cube, putting the value of I square as minus 1, simplifying, and you will get minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2 bracket cube is equal to 1. Now considering this expression, minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 raised to 18 plus minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2 raised to 18. This root raised to 18 can be split as cube raised to 6. 6 3s are 18. So while cube raised to 6, because we have already find the value of minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 bracket cube is 1. Minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2 bracket cube as 1 also. So put that value, we get 1 raised to 6 plus 1 raised to 6 is equal to 2. Therefore, the value of minus 1 plus I root 3 upon 2 raised to 18 plus minus 1 minus I root 3 upon 2 raised to 18 is equal to 2. Hope you understand all the examples. Thank you.